Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, a northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can get here by 45 minutes from the International Airport if that's what you need. Yes, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, we're going to do a walk around, we're going to give you all the information on our newest car, a 1966 Pontiac GTO Convertible. I'll tell you what, Pontiac really stepped up to the program, and the muscle car stuff was really catching on, especially in 1966. It was its own division. No longer was it just an option package. Now it had its own line in the Pontiac world. 1966, of course, they have the big blocks in them, whatever. This one happens to have an upgraded 400 in it, which is really a nice addition. Plus it has something that all the diehard guys from Pontiac love, the tri-power, which was really a special option that you could have in these cars at this time. Yes, now you can click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website, which is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, where you'll find all the information on this car, pricing, and you have the availability of all our additional cars. We have over 100 additional collector and classic cars currently on our sales floor. Take a look. That'll be something fun to do if you got the time. But yes, you can also give me a call. I always like to make this number out there, 763-428-7337. If you have questions about any of our cars, this car in particular, or any of our other inventory as well. Well, let's get into 1966. Great year for Pontiac. I mean, like I said, full swing in the muscle car world. I'd love the scoop on this car. I mean, that hood scoop, it just looks like it means business. Right in the grill says GTO, so you're not going to be dissuaded and think it's something that it isn't. Boy, you know this car means business. It's got some potency under the hood, needless to say. This car is also hooked up to a 3-speed manual transmission, which is really fun if you really get right down to it. Go through the gears on one of these things. Well, it's really fun to do. Now, the other nice thing, it does have the Rally 2s on it, which is a nice addition. Pontiac, you had to check off everything. Remember, in those days, you checked off everything that you wanted. If you wanted Rally 2s, you had to check it off. The only thing you didn't have access to in 1966, of course, are the radial tires. And radial tires, I think, is one of the biggest improvements in all the old car world, if you know what I mean, in terms of drivability, safety, everything about it, good looks, whatever. It was one of the biggest things that I think they ever did to make stuff good. But yeah, let's take a look at the inside. Of course, you know, you have the bucket seat interior. You have the wood grain dash actually in this car. Factory tack. And it even works. That's always another really wonderful thing. I love it. They have the grab bar with the black, you know, the black grab bar for the passenger that you tell them, hang on, because we're going to really do a little bit of acceleration and have some fun with this car. Like I said, shifter on the floor, or her shifter right there. You know, it's all right handy, right at your fingertips. This car also does have the power top. That's one of those things, you know, you happen to go out on a day when it looks like it's nice and all of a sudden the rain clouds come, by golly, with a mere flip of the switch, you can get the top up and get it in place in a matter of a minute or so. Very nice to have. You know, Pontiac, like this car, has so much room. I mean, it's a lot of leg room in this car. The big trunk, you can at least get one, if not two sets of golf clubs in this trunk, if that's what you need, because that's always something to pull up at the club with one of these cars. You'll get more attention than you've ever had, probably with how good your golf game is. I know how bad mine is. But, you know, GTOs are always going to be one of those cars if you're looking for a muscle car, and Pontiac did such a great job of it. It really is one of those special ones. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even TikTok. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. You'll have access to all the information on this car, our current inventory, and it's kind of something extra. You can look at some of the cars we've sold over the years as well. Remember that website being ellingsonmotorcars.com, because that's where you want to go to make sure we have current inventory, which is always something we really like you to do. And yes, it's one of those cars that it's like me. You know, I love to watch the videos. We do a great job giving the cold start, walk around, show you some of the details. But if, you know, come on down in person. If that's something that you want to do, I get it. I'm that way. We are open to the public Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So give us a call. We'll set up an appointment with you, have a time that you can come in and you can take a closer look and really see that it really is on our sales floor right now. There's what it is. Well, I always suggest anytime you get a car, be it a Pontiac, a muscle car, or a Oldsmobile, or a Chevy, Ford, whatever, join the national and local car clubs. They are really instrumental, helpful if you have any additional questions or concerns about the cars, want to know a little bit more about them, whatever. It's great camaraderie. Everyone has the same interests as you do as well. And like I say, good interest. There's always Mr. Wrench. If you got a question about some of the mechanics or whatever, they're always nice and available. And the National Club, again, is another thing to join. The other thing, you get this particular car with the Pontiac clubs, you can get the Pontiac Historical Society paperwork, which will give you all the details of this car. It'll tell you that, yes, this maroon color is the original color for this car. Yes, this is what this car was, a V8 car. This is the car that did have the black interior and the power top. All that stuff becomes readily available on that. That's one of the great things about Pontiacs. They have that information that is out there. The other question people always ask, especially since we're in Minnesota, well, I live in California or Texas or Florida. How do I get the car there? Well, we have a nice source of a number of people that we've used for many, many years. We can ship cars anywhere in the world for that matter. Not a problem. We can get this car to be parked in your driveway in a matter of a very short amount of time. That is one thing. The other thing that we can also assist you with, if by chance you say, I would like to finance this car, how do you go about that? Well, we also have several sources for that as well, with people who actually know what collector cars are and they know what a 66 GTO is. So those are all the things that we can help you with anytime you make a purchase from Ellingson's. And like I said, you can give us a call anytime. We're more than happy to answer any and all questions you have. 763-428-7337 is our number. No, I've been a big fan of Pontiacs for a long time. The muscle car world is really neat. Convertibles always impressed me nowadays because there were so few of them in a way compared to the, the hardtops. So if you want something a little different with that dual exhaust throaty sound on this car, you pull into any place, they're going to know you mean business. And this actually does. You got, like I say, you got the V8 power, the 3-speed, you got the wheels and tires that just give this car a great look. It would look good in anybody's driveway or in your garage. Well, thank you again for watching our video. We appreciate it very much. And again, we are here to serve you. And if it's your first car or your 100th car, we probably have something here on the Ellingson sales floor that will interest you. Thanks again, and see you next time at Ellingson Motor Cars.